Double or Nothing is around the corner, but who will walk out as the AEW champion? Hello everyone, it's NLW Figs here, back again with another video. Today, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and predictions for AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view this Sunday. It's a stacked card, it always is with these AEW pay-per-views, and the main event is one of the most anticipated title matches in the company's history, but who's going to leave as the champion and who will win? So, without further ado, let's get into it, but before I do, make sure you like the video if you enjoy and subscribe to NLW Figs for more wrestling figure content, and why not comment down below what your predictions are for Double or Nothing. So, let's get into it. First matchup, the pre-show, it is Hookhausen, the team of Hook and Danhausen versus Tony Nese and Mark Sterling, and this is, you know, kind of like the Mega Powers in a way. Hook and Danhausen, two of the most unique, I would say, and popular wrestlers on the roster, teaming up for the first time to take on Tony Nese and Mark Sterling, and, you know, it should be a fun comedy match to start off the show. I'm predicting that Hookhausen is going to get the victory after Tony Nese has already spoiled Danhausen's in-ring debut, so Hookhausen going to reign supreme, maybe even go for the tag team championships. You know, I'm getting ahead of myself, but that's exactly what I'm hoping for with that matchup. Coming on to the main card, and we've got the AEW TBS Championship on the line with the women, so you've got Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay, and this one, I can't see any other way than Jade Cargill winning this matchup. You know, Anna Jay, she seems like to be just like a placeholder for Jade Cargill. I don't know who is going to beat Jade for that championship. I would hope that maybe it's either Chris Statlander or Ruby Soho, but we'll get onto that later on in this night. But yeah, predicting that Jade Cargill is going to continue her reign. Next up in what they're calling a dream tag team match, it's the Hardys versus the Young Bucks, and I've seen people online complaining that, oh, we've already seen this matchup, the Hardys are slower, blah, 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 but, you know, I'm just happy to see the Hardys working still in 2022, to be honest. Like, even if they are a bit slower, I don't care. It's wrestling, man. Like, have a little bit of fun, a little bit of nostalgia, you know, is fine, to be honest. So you got the Hardys and the Young Bucks. I don't see the Hardys losing this one, just in terms of like a feel-good moment. I feel like the Hardys will beat the Young Bucks here, but again, you never know. Maybe the Young Bucks are going to cheat to win, do something nefarious to maybe sneak back in to the tag team title scene, but I'm predicting that, yeah, the Hardys will win and maybe even go and challenge Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus in the near future, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see how that happens, but, yeah, it should be a fun match. You know, they've had great matches in the past. I'm looking forward to this one. Next up, we've got MJF versus Wardlow. If Wardlow wins, he'll be granted his release from his contract with MJF, but if MJF wins, Wardlow will be permanently banned from signing with AEW, and, you know, there's no way that Wardlow's winning this one, losing this one, I should say, because he's going to sign with AEW, you know, he's an over guy, unless they do a thing where MJF beats him, and then Wardlow maybe takes a sabbatical for a bit. But, you know, that's an interesting way they could go with it, but I don't think that, Wardlow will be losing this one. Although MJF has had some significant losses, you know, with CM Punk recently, so maybe he should win. No, I think that this is the time for Wardlow to finally get his revenge on MJF, you know. I don't think they should delay it any further, you know, give Wardlow his mega push, but it should be fun. We'll see what happens. Next, we've got this trios action as the House of Black, Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews and Brody King take on the Death Triangle of Pac, Penta Oscuro, and Rey Fenix. This was a match that we were hoping to see at Revolution. We sort of saw a glimpse of it when Eric Redbeard took the place of Rey Fenix, but now all parties are involved, and this one, you know, it was great at Revolution, the guys that were involved, so this one, I have no doubt it's going to be fantastic, fast-paced stuff. I'm predicting that the House of Black are going to win, just because the Death Triangle, you know, I think they can afford to take a loss here and not be kind of hindered by it. I think the House of Black needs something more to sink their teeth into, and I think once they're done with the Death Triangle, moving on to another faction, perhaps, maybe going after Tag Gold, maybe going after Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz even, like, that could be a fun storyline, or even the Blackpool Combat Club, you know, give them, like, an actual challenge to go forward. But yeah, I love all 6 of these guys, thinking House of Black are going to win this matchup. Next up, tag team titles on the line, 3-way tag team action, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus take on Team Taz and the team of Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. You know, my heart says that Keith Lee and Swerve should win this one. They are pretty over, and I think if they got the tag team titles, they could do a lot with the division. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, it's not like their reign has been lackluster, although they've not really been given anything proper, if that makes sense. You know, we've seen tag titles being treated as like main event attractions in the past, and with them, it's been kind of stuck in the mid-card. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world, because you've got the involvement of the guys like Ricky Starks and Hobbs and, you know, Lee and Swerve, so in that way, I guess it's a good thing that this is kind of been in the middle of the card. But again, I'm seeing that they're teasing something with Christian Cage and Jungle Boy. So whether it is kind of pulled the trigger on tonight, I think they might delay it a little bit longer, because, you know, it seems like it was quite obvious like a couple of weeks ago where Cage looked like he was going to attack Jungle Boy, but then kind of gave him the hug instead. So I think with their slow burn storylines, I'm going to guess that Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus will win this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lee and Swerve won at all, to be honest. Next up for the Women's World Championship, Serena Deeb challenges Thunder Rosa. This build has been not great, in putting it lightly. They've had much better women's feuds in the past, but again, just the way they book their women is quite weird in my opinion. But yeah, like, I'm sure this match is going to slap though. I think it's going to be a great matchup between these two, but then again, I said that about Rosa and Britt like last month, so we'll have to wait and see. I do like Thunder Rosa as champion. I think that I just wish they would give her more to do, like, than do these awkward promos. Like, she is so good, and she was so over, and I worry that kind of feuds like this will lower her stock a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see though. I think Serena Deeb's great as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Deeb won, but I think that you got to continue the Thunder Rosa train and keep going with this story with her, and maybe just give her more new challenges to sink her teeth into, because I think this match is going to be great. I just wish the build was a little bit better. It's Anarchy in the Arena. The Jericho Appreciation Society takes on Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, and the Blackpool Combat Club of Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, of course, Wheeler Yuta, currently completing in the Best of the Super Juniors, which I might make a video on in the future if you guys want it, but they are now a team. So we've seen dissension between Danielson and Kingston already, and you know that there's some friction there. So you see the Jericho Appreciation Society trying to cause dissension within the ranks of the good guy team. But with this one, I really don't know. I feel like the Jericho Appreciation Society could lose this one, and maybe you have something with Santana and Ortiz versus the Blackpool Combat Club in the future. But I don't know, man. Like with these Double or Nothing shows, it feels like they put the baby faces over more often than not. So I'm going to predict that Kingston's team is going to win with the Blackpool Combat Club. I just don't see them losing right now. They're on a roll. I think that anyone in the Appreciation Society could be pinned, but again, like, it depends whether they want them to be strong or not, or whatever this Anarchy in the Arena entails. It should be fun. I'm gonna miss the Stadium Stampede, but I can understand why they'd want something a little bit more grounded in reality in this new era. So yeah, gonna predict that the Combat Club is gonna win this. Moving on now to the Owen Hart Cup Tournament Final. So first of all, we'll go with the women, and we've got Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho or Chris Statlander. We'll find out on Rampage who is going to be the opponent of Britt Baker. But yeah, I was surprised that that Toni Storm's not going to go through. It's a shame, because I thought she would have been a great candidate to win. But again, it is what it is. I don't see Britt Baker winning it. I think she's had enough, honestly, in terms of like career accomplishments. I don't think she needs this. You know, they could go the route of Britt and Adam Cole both winning their title matches, both winning their cup matches actually, and being like a dominant tandem. But I don't see that happening. I think that Ruby Soho, I don't know. I think that Chris Statlander could win it, but I think that Ruby Soho needs her win back on Britt, I think, to really kind of solidify her after what happened. Kind of stunted her momentum really last year. So I think that Ruby to beat Britt would be good redemption story and a good redemption arc for her, and then maybe she can go on and challenge Jade Cargill again. You know, I think that would be an interesting story that they could go down. So yeah, I'll tentatively predict Ruby Soho to win this one. In the Men's Cup Final, we've got Samoa Joe, the ROH TV champion, versus Adam Cole, baby. And, you know, I thought it would have been fun had they had Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly, but it is what it is. Yeah, this one again, like, I would see Adam Cole winning. Like, I would have predicted him before, but yeah, seeing the role that Samoa Joe's been on, I don't think they're going to do like a screwy finish in this one, but you never know. I think that, yeah, Joe should win this, because, yeah, he's got the, yeah, he just needs something, really. But then again, Adam Cole, I don't know. It'd be weird to have the guy who looks up to Shawn Michaels go after the Owen Hart Cup tournament, you know. But again, like with the whole Hart Michaels feud there. But it seems, I don't know. Unless they have Bret Hart there and hand it over to Adam Cole and they do some sort of angle there, I don't know. But I don't know. I'll predict Adam Cole. I'll predict Adam Cole with this one. Although, the obvious choice would be Samoa Joe, but yeah, I'll pick Adam Cole for this one. In the main event, probably the hardest match to predict on this card, it's Hangman Adam Page defending the AEW World Championship against the best in the world, CM Punk. An absolutely fantastic build to this one. Just both men really getting in each other's faces. Hangman kind of playing tweener, as is CM Punk, so blurred lines with the babyface and heel dynamics, and I cannot wait for this matchup. This is probably the most anticipated match for me personally. Like, I love both of these guys. I think that both are great in their own ways. I think that CM Punk coming back as the veteran, trying to fight his way up the card. You know, I've seen people say that Punk's return has been lackluster. Absolutely, completely disagree with that. Like, he's kind of built up a lot of guys in his tenure. Like, I think he raised Eddie Kingston's stock a lot by just being in the ring with him. Not that he needed it or anything. Likewise with MJF, like, that feud really kind of not as if he was going to be elevated too much by it, because MJF's already a star, but you know what I mean. And Hangman as well. I think that the two of them kind of in the ring together will be fantastic. I worry that Hangman might get a little bit of his babyface shine rubbed off him if he were to lose this championship. But I don't know, man. I think it's time. I think it's time to take the belt off Hangman. Not that Hangman's been a bad champion or anything. I just think that it would be better to have Punk win it here than Hangman kind of have his reign peter out a little bit. I think that maybe it's peaked a little bit, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You can always put Hangman back in the title hunt later on down the line, but I think that now Hangman probably can afford to lose the championship here, and maybe the chase continues again, and maybe he loses his confidence again, and you kind of build him up a bit more like that, and then CM Punk heading into his hometown of Chicago at All Out as the champion would be fantastic. And even like a match with MJF where MJF beats Punk in his hometown, that would be nuclear heat. So we'll see though. I think that Punk should win here, and then MJF will be the one to take the title off Punk. Maybe not in Chicago, but perhaps maybe down the line at Full Gear. But yeah, I think that CM Punk should win the championship. It would create a lot of buzz for the company, and I think that's what they really need right now. You know, not that they're doing bad in the ratings or anything. It's just that, you know, they could be doing better with the talent roster they've got. So yeah. Overall, though, a really strong card, and I'm really looking forward to it. They always knock it out of the park with these pay-per-views, so I'm sure they're going to do excellent work on this night. The card looks stacked from head to toe, and I cannot wait for it. But what match are you most looking forward to, and what are your predictions for Double or Nothing? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to NLW Figs for more wrestling figure content. That's it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.